I am very excited about hearing of the Korean translation of Wilhelmus A. Brockel's The Christian's Reasonable Service. I had the privilege of working as editor on this for 6 years, back in the late 1980s and early 1990s, and was actually sorry when I got done because the material in here is so rich. In fact, I've written several articles over the years saying that if I were put on a desert island and could have only one book beside the Bible, this would be the set of books I would take. Why is Brockel's work so important? Well, for one thing, you need to realize that in the Netherlands, if you were a farmer in the 18th century and you came out of your fields and had family worship in the evening, you would read the Bible and then you'd read a few pages of what they fondly called Father Brockel. And you'd read the whole 4 volumes and you'd start over, because this was really written for lay people, taking all of the truths of the Bible, bringing them to lay people, and then applying it to their souls, to their lives, to their daily practice. So Brockel became as popular in the Netherlands as Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress in English. Now, it's just amazing that this was not translated until 1980s in English. Back in the 18th century already, the Reformed Church of America made a decision to translate it and publish it, but nothing ever came of it. Maybe the project was too big. Maybe they didn't have enough money. I'm not sure. But we have reprinted this 6 times since the 1990s and sold about 30,000 sets. And I've never received one complaint on it. In fact, nothing but positive letters. It's a happy labor that was performed. Reverend Elshout, Bartel Elshout, was a translator. He was born in the Netherlands, a very good translator who now serves in America. Now, why is this very important for the Korean people? Well, there's no work quite like it ever written. It's not only a very trustworthy Reformed systematic theology of Reformed persuasion, but it's also filled with pastoral and practical applications. In fact, if you look at the end of each chapter, you'll find these pastoral takeaways. And these portions excel in wisdom. In addition to that, in volumes 3 and 4, you have a kind of ethics that's attached to his theology, which is the way the old Dutch divines used to do ethics. They always believed it should be an outgrowth of systematic theology. And so you'll find chapters on very practical things, unlike any other systematic theology. For example, how do you use the promises of God? A whole chapter on that. Spiritual strength, a whole chapter on that. Spiritual zeal, a whole chapter on that. And many, many more. So you'll find in the Korean edition of Brockel's Christian's Reasonable Service just a wonderful, wonderful selection of exposition of Bible truth combined with practical daily Christian living. So I hope it sells very well in Korean, and I hope God uses it to build a sense of Reformed, confessional, experiential, practical literature that really permeates the life of the people. If you read Brockel and you read it through, say in a year or two, it will transform your life. It will impact you by the grace of the Holy Spirit for good. This is, in my mind, an absolute must for your reading schedule. If you get this set, and do get it, make sure you read it. Don't just put it on your shelf. Read a portion every day, and you will be greatly edified. And by the way, congratulations in finishing this big project. I pray God it will be a great blessing to the Korean churches. Thank you.